again. Welcome to this segment on the 8 mental strategies to achieving your goal. In the previous segment, I shared about emotional intelligence, what it is, and its components. In this video, I'll be sharing on the part of the brain that emotions affect or originate, as well as the signs of high emotional intelligence. So, let's buckle up and let's go. But before I proceed, as usual, if you have not done it before, please like, share, and subscribe to our page and channel. Again, I would like to thank you for your help in reaching more people. Now, emotions are generated in a network of brain structures, including the anterior cingulate cortex, the orbital frontal of the frontal cortex directly above the eyes, and insula, along with heavy involvement of the amygdala. Now, this network is known as the default mode network, which I talked about earlier. Now, this network, when activated for any reason, causes an individual to engage in some level of cognitive processing related to their sense of self. This might be memory, thinking of others, or simply thinking about his or her self. If the thoughts are warped and the individual perception and reaction, for that matter, about the situation is also warped, there is therefore the need for restoration for that individual to perceive correctly. In the mental training for optimum performance, I talked about the type of training that will help an individual gain such restoration. So you can go to our website and learn from there. Now I want to address the signs of high emotional intelligence. These are the signs of high emotional intelligence. You think about feelings. Emotional intelligence begins with what is called self and social awareness, the ability to recognize emotions and their impact in both yourself and others. That awareness begins with reflection. You ask questions like, what are my emotional strengths? What are my weaknesses? How does my current mood affect thoughts and decisions or decision making? What's going on under the surface that influences what others say or do? Pondering questions like these yield valuable insight that can be used to your advantage. All right? Number 2, you pause. The pause is as simply as taking a moment to stop and think. Before you speak or act, this thought easy in theory and practice. This can help save you from embarrassment or embarrassing moments at home, and making commitment too quickly. In other words, pausing helps refrain making permanent decisions based on a temporary emotion. The third is you strive to control your thoughts. You don't have much control over the emotion you experience in a given moment, but you can control your reaction to those emotions by focusing on your thoughts. As it's being said, you can't prevent a bird from landing on your head, but you can keep it from building a nest. By striving to control your thoughts, you resist becoming a slave to your emotions, allowing yourself to live in a way that's in harmony with your goals and values. For you permit criticism. Nobody enjoys negative feedback, but you know that criticism is a chance to learn, even if it's not delivered in the best way. And even when it's unfounded, it gives you a window into other people's thinking. When you receive negative feedback, you keep your emotions in check and ask yourself, how can this make me better? Number 5, you show authenticity. Authenticity doesn't mean sharing everything about yourself to everyone all of the time. It means you saying what you mean or meaning what you say and sticking to your values and principles above all else. Not everyone will appreciate your sharing, your thoughts, and feelings, but the ones who matter will appreciate it. Number 6, you demonstrate empathy. The ability to show empathy, which includes understanding others or other thoughts and feelings, helps you to connect with others. Instead of judging or labeling others, you work hard to see things through their eyes. Empathy doesn't necessarily mean agreeing with another person's point of view. Rather, it's about striving to understand, which allows you to build deeper, more connected relationships. This next point, you praise others. All humans crave acknowledgement and appreciation. When you commend others, you satisfy that craving and build trust in the process. This all begins when you focus the good on others. Then by sharing specifically what you appreciate, you inspire them to the best version of themselves. The 8th is that you give helping feedback. Negative feedback has great potential to hurt the feeling of others. Realizing this, you refrain from criticism, or you criticize as constructive feedback, so the recipient sees it as helpful instead of harmful. You apologize. It takes strength and courage to be able to say you are sorry, but doing so demonstrates humility and quality that will naturally draw others to you. Emotional intelligence helps you realize that apologizing doesn't always mean you're wrong. It does mean valuing your relationship more than your ego. The 10th point is you forgive and forget. Hanging on to resentment is like leaving a knife inside a wound. While the offending party moves on with their lives, you never give yourself the chance to heal. When you forgive and forget, you prevent others from holding your emotions hostage, allowing you to move forward. The 11th is you keep your commitment. It's common nowadays for people to break an agreement or commitment when they feel like it. Of course, bailing on an evening of Netflix with a friend will cause less harm than breaking a promise to your child or missing a major business deadline. But when you have a habit of keeping your word, in things big and small, you develop a strong reputation for reliability and trustworthiness. 12, you help others. The greatest way to positively impact the emotion of others is to help them. Most people don't really care where you graduate from or even about your previous accomplishment. But what about the hours you are willing to take out of your schedule to listen, to help them out? Your readiness to get down on the trenches and work alongside them. Actions like these build trust and inspire others to follow your lead when it counts. The 13th point is you project yourself from emotional sabotage. You realize that emotional intelligence also has a dark side, such as when individuals attempt to manipulate others' emotions to promote the personal agenda or some other selfish cause. And that's why you contribute to sharpen your own emotional intelligence, to project yourself when they do. In the next video, I'll be sharing on memory. Before we sign off, please like, share, and subscribe to our page and channel. Also, please click the notification button. Well, until the next video, this is your guide and coach, OK Dugan, telling you all things are possible to those who believe, and there is hope for your future.